Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing an 11 by 8.5 layout, and I'm doing it for a cherry on top. They had a Let's Go Stamping Challenge by Jessica Michaels, my friend, and I decided to pull out some stamps and play along. I did not get any layouts done this weekend. I don't know what happened. I cleaned my scrapbook room for one, and every time I do that, I put my mojo away and I just could not get anything started this weekend. But I was able to get this layout done last night, and it came together fairly quickly. Besides all the stamping, but I really like the end result. I pulled out some stamps from my stash. That license plate stash is actually by Autumn Leaves, which is an older company and is no longer in business. These other two stamps are just, they're under like distressing stamps, and they are available on Amazon. I don't know where they come from, so I'm not sure if that will affect buying them now, but I got them a while back. I'm going to use lots of Mintay items. Those little pieces there that I was showing, the ephemera was from Mintay's school days, I think is what this collection is called. In this chippy set here, I'm going to pull off the bus and the word days off of there, so it will read school bus days. And then I have this background paper, which is from, what is it, Old Manor, I think is what that one's called, but I love the white side of it with all the distressing. This one here, I wasn't sure if I was going to use this side or the other side. I end up only using the blue side, but it's fine. I end up not pulling any of the embellishments off of that other side. This locker paper I end up not using. That was from the 6x8 pad. And that's all I really have of the School Days collection. This scripty font paper, I end up pulling just little scraps of that in. So here I'm going to get started on the paper. I already, on the layout, here is the paper, the background. I already did some of the stamping offline, actually did all of the stamping offline. I forgot to turn my camera back on, but I'm not that great at stamping anyways, so it really wasn't anything to see. Hopefully I'll get better at it if I keep playing with it, and then I will videotape when I actually do it. I did use a platform base. I only have the Tim Holtz little travel like platform base that you can stamp multiple times in the same spot. But as you can see, I didn't use it for the very first one, which is the stamp right next to the where I'm going to place the photos. But it's okay because I'm going to have a piece of paper there and it's going to cover it up. So in the end, it's okay. If I did this over, I would probably heat emboss the little like gears and stuff like that that I inked or that I stamped. But it was a little bit late and I didn't feel like pulling out the embossing. The embossing is so messy. Sometimes like you just get it all over. So I just decided not to do it on this layout, but I might be bringing it out again. I love the way the license plate turned out. I decided to put brothers across it and I stamped it, and then I used Shimmer's paints to paint the blue edge around the edge of it, and then where it says January 2014, I used the other little stamp that comes in the set to turn it yellow. I don't know about you guys, but here in Colorado we have colored tags that they show the year and the month in different colors, but I decided to do both of these yellow so that they would match the school bus. And then here I have the Scrippy font paper that I tore. Like I said, I just tore three little pieces of it, and I'm just going to place those around the layout and actually right where I placed the gears. So it looks like the gears are kind of popping out from behind there. And those are going to be my little embellishment areas, along with one being the title area, which is the brother's license plate. So here I have this little science, what is that called? And then the little or a little backpack and a paper airplane that I popped up on little pop dots. And that's just something cute. I figured it was something for boys and it fit the layout, so I put it on there. And then that little like screw button, it came from the, what is that, the garage collection. And then this little steering wheel also came from the garage collection. And since I cut that little tiny piece off, I just threw it over here in this cluster. Instead of throwing it away, I just put it over there. It just adds a little bit something else to that cluster. Up here at the top, I'm going to put the little steering wheel. Since I put liquid glue on the pieces, I cannot pull them up to tuck it underneath. But it's okay because the little lunch bag is going to cover it up. So it's going to actually work out perfectly. But that's why I had to cut it instead of just tucking it underneath. I put the little calculator up there because science and math was two of my son's favorite subjects. And then I have a little notebook over here and a little alarm clock. I thought that was kind of fitting since they're sleeping on the bus. We are on our way to school, and my oldest son is going to school. My youngest son, like I said, used to ride on the school bus with me every day. So he's just sleeping with his brother on the bus. And then I have the school bus I painted with Shimmer's paints, and I just backed it with black cardstock on over the windows part and over where it says school bus. I kept it fairly simple. I didn't want to add a whole bunch of paint details to it. I just painted the tires black, and that was really the only part in the mirror. And then days, I painted again with the same blue Shimmer's paint. I believe that was Oaky Bear Blue. And I placed it on top of the school bus. So it says school bus days. And then here, I'm going to place the license plate up here at the top. And then I almost think I'm done. And I decided to bring in flatback stars, which are like flatback pearls, except for they're in the shape of a star. And I'm going to add those around the layout, and then I will be done. And I'm going to add blue, white, and yellow. I believe I add yellow. No, blue, black, and white is what I end up not doing the yellow just because I want the school bus to continue to pop like it does right now. So I decided not to add yellow. I decided to go with white instead. And as you can see my little container there, I just got that from Dollar Tree, and it houses all of my little flatback pearls and my stars. And then I'm just going to place those around the layout, and I will be finished. But I really enjoyed doing this layout. I love the way that it turned out, and glad I was finally able to get a layout done and complete. I will have another layout up for tomorrow, which is the Twin Series with Christine Harden. And then on Thursday, I should have my first Scrapbook Generations layout up. Hopefully, you guys will come back and join me, and like and subscribe and comment below if you enjoyed watching the layout. And like I said, hopefully next time I'll remember to turn on my camera so you can watch me stamp and create that license plate. I do plan on using that again. I really like the way it turned out. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!